Hi, I'm Phil Little, and I want to share some exciting things that are happening. Many of you might have seen me on my other YouTube channel with West Coast Detectives, where my exploits from my military and police and intelligence world, a lot of the TV shows I've done, my books I've written are on that site under Phil Little at West Coast Detectives. And over the last 40 years, I've traveled the world really battling terrorism to stop it before it gets here. And a lot of that has been exposing to the evils of terrorism. My first book, Hostile Intent, is that investigators look at the source of terrorism and where it came from. And I've worked at educating people so they can understand the threats of terrorism. I've had hundreds of meetings with government entities, temples, churches, every kind of civic club that you can think of, speaking and informing people about terrorism, a very negative subject, but how we together can take the positive from it and prevent it, stand up against it. Terrorism has been around since the beginning of the world, and it's all types. Right now, the world terrorism is around Islamic terrorism. But in every country or region, there are these regional or country terrorists that they have a cause that they're trying to battle. And normally terrorism is defined when someone is using violence to get their way, to change a purpose, to change a direction. So as I've been thinking about this, about 2 years ago, I came down to Mexico on a big project to build out an operation here, which I've been in the middle of here in Querétaro. Amazing place in Mexico. The people are fantastic. The business community is supportive. And I got involved in a local church here. And we are now, and they've got me to speaking in an English service. And I've been trying to give a word of hope to people. And I realized with what's going on in America, what has happened in the last 20 years is so devastating and heartbreaking to us. I used to be able to talk with my Democratic friends. Many of them still can. But it's got to where now there's so much anger and unbelief between people that if you don't agree with me, a lot of these far left and different groups say, then I have a right to use violence or anything else to try to destroy you. Because if you don't believe like I do, then you're all wrong. I believe we need to bring a word of hope and healing to America. God is not a Democrat. He's not a Republican. He's not an independent. God is the God of us all. And what we all should be doing is trying to find out how God would want us to live and his character traits. You know, God has a character because he created us. And he said to heaven, let us create man in our image. So we have the potential of having the character of God. So we can live with love and consideration and humbleness and have mercy and forgiveness and treat each other right. So that's what I've been speaking on down here in Querétaro in my ministry time. While I've spent most of my time building the business, I've been trying to share every week with our church a different character trait of Jesus and saying, let us try to emulate that. And I've discovered that God, like these traits of being humble or forgiving or have mercy, all of his traits are not just something he thinks about. So, okay, today I need to be this for this person in that place. It's part of his nature. It's so a part of him that when you and I mess up or we need mercy, he doesn't think about, okay, well, I need to, shall I give mercy to them? It's part of his nature. He just does it. Or do I need to forgive them? Well, you know, when somebody does something to us and we say, I don't know where I want to forgive that person or not. That was really bad what they did. God doesn't even, it's so much a part of his nature. It's natural for him to forgive. It's natural for him to be humble. So I've been sharing those things. So I'm going to be posting kind of an overview update. Then every Sunday, every week, I'm going to be posting, it's about a half hour, So those people out around the world that's been telling me, my friends in Germany and Europe and Far East and America, saying, what are you doing down there? What are you talking about? We'd like to hear it. So I will be posting that. So be looking for it. I'll be sharing this out with cross media streams. And really what I'd like to do is get 1,000 of you to connect with me so I can get into the level of where I can have ads and actually get paid for some of this, that we can use the money for the work of the kingdom. So thank you. Looking forward to hearing from you, getting feedback from you on what I'm saying, what I'm doing. I don't care whether you agree or disagree or whatever. Let's talk. Because I have found when I've gone out across America over the last 30, 40 years, speaking about terrorism, I debated the head of ACLU in Los Angeles many, many years ago at a UCLA meeting, ACLU meeting. And when I just presented facts of what was going on. This was back about 1982 in Los Angeles with the intelligence and disbanding and prevent law enforcement. They were trying to disband prevention. I shared the facts, not political, not from any persuasion or any group. And 95% of the membership of the ACLU supported what I was saying. I have found that we as Americans, we all have believe basically the same things. We want the same things for a family. We want safety, security, better opportunities, able to take care of our families, able to have hope in our future, not have to work ourselves to death on 2 or 3 jobs, but be able to take care of ourselves. We don't need the government to take care of us or to give us handouts. So I found that the majority of us, I don't care whether you call yourself a Democrat or a Republican or independent, we have basic needs that are all the same. And I just want to encourage you. There is hope. Because I'm only one, but I've discovered over the years, when many of us ones get together, we can form millions, and then we can really make change for the good of all people. Have a good evening. God bless you, and I look forward to hearing from you and talking to you in the future.